Hello, happy Sunday, and welcome to another reading vlog. So right now, we are in the Costco parking lot. Nate went inside to get Costco stuff, and we're just chilling, and I was going to start reading my book. But I thought it would be a good time to kind of come on here and start the vlog, because I haven't done that yet. So I started The Lord of the Rings on Thursday, I think. On Thursday. And I'm only on chapter 4 now. We had kind of a busier weekend. It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. But my family came over to our area and camped, so we hung out with them yesterday, and I hung out with them Friday night. So I didn't really read much. But I am starting chapter 4 today. And I just have to say, I know in all my past videos I've talked about how Lord of the Rings has been one that I've always wanted to read because I'm, obsessed with the movies and everything. But I just couldn't ever get into the books because of how they're written. But I'm finding that this go around, it's so much easier to read, and I'm kind of, comprehending it more than I ever have before. And I don't know if it's just due to my age and just, I don't know, reading more, that I'm finally comfortable reading it. And so I think I'm going to be able to get through these really well, and I think I'm going to really enjoy them. I already enjoy them so much, and it's so fascinating to kind of read them and get a little more information. The movies did a fantastic job, though. I just know they did. And it's really good. It's crazy to think in the first chapter and second chapter, Frodo's only 33, and he doesn't actually leave the Shire until he's 50. And so it's crazy that 17 years pass. Whereas in the movie, it seems like Bilbo has his birthday party, and then the next day, Frodo's on his way. Whereas in the book, it's 17 years later. So it's just kind of interesting. It's really good. Sam is not so much of a friend in this book. He's more his gardener and his servant. And so I'm excited to see how their friendship develops, because in the beginning they're not the best of friends like they are in the movie. It's more Pippin and Merry, and then Fatty, Bulger, who are the friends. So I'm really excited to keep going. I think it's going to be fantastic. My sister's reading it with me. She's currently reading The Hobbit, so she's got a little catching up to do, which is fine because she reads a lot faster than I do, so she's going to catch up to me really fast. I think that's all I have to say about it, really. I just got to get past Tom Bombadil. I don't know why that chapter just bores me to death every time. We'll see how it is this time. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of thoughts. This might be a longer vlog, and it might be 3 individual vlogs for each book, because I feel like I'm going to have a lot of thoughts. So, here we go. I'm super, super excited. And with that, we'll see you guys later. Hi, guys. So, it's actually Tuesday. I did not read it all yesterday. I played a lot of Legend of Zelda, so I didn't want to read. I wanted to play. So today is Tuesday. It is currently 8 o'clock at night, and I am currently on chapter 6 of Fellowship, and it's really good. It's also starting to rain. I need to go inside. But they talk about food so much that I want to bake something, and I've just been constantly hungry all day. So we're gonna make some lemon crinkle cookies. They're not Lord of the Rings themed, but it's fine. I do have a lot of Lord of the Rings themed recipes, but this isn't one of them. So we gotta go in because it's starting to rain. Okay, I'm back in my car, and I'm wet and I'm cold, and that took me 5 minutes. So we're gonna go home and make these cookies. They are essentially chocolate crinkle cookies, if you think of Christmas time with the powdered sugar and stuff, except they're lemon, and they're so soft and fluffy. And then I'm gonna read some more of Fellowship, and I'm very excited. I'm getting close. They're in they're in one of the forests, the old forest maybe, where they get a little disoriented, and then they'll wander into Tom Bombadil. So I'm so close to being there, and then I'm gonna get past it, and we are going to enjoy this book, and I'm so excited. So time to go home. I've been listening to a podcast now where they are reading through Lord of the Rings and kind of doing a book club of it. So it's really fun, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna listen to that while I drive home. That's thunder. I'm ready to go home. Okay, so I'm back home, and I am waiting for the cookies. They're in the fridge right now, and I'll probably take about like 10 minutes to actually start like rolling them and then baking them, which is exciting. And for now, while I wait for those to be in the refrigerator, I'm going to read a little bit of this. Like I said, I just got to chapter 6, which is the Old Forest. So I'm so close to Tom Bombadil. So keep reading, and then I'll show you the cookies when they're out. Okay, here are the cookies. And here is the recipe, if anyone was curious. Now time to keep reading. Hello, happy Thursday morning. So I ended up not reading hardly like at all yesterday because it was my day off, and I ended up I filmed 2 videos, I edited and uploaded one, and then I had a meeting, and then Nate's sister came over. So then we went on a walk, so I didn't really read a whole lot. I read like half of a chapter and I finished that this morning. So now I am caught up to where like the furthest that I've ever gotten in the book, which is on page 132, which is chapter 7, I believe. And it's just really interesting reading it now. Like, for some reason, I enjoy it more this time around. And reading about Tom Bombadil, like, it's different this time. Like, I don't find him as quite as annoying. And I think the reason I didn't like him when I was reading it before was because he's very, like, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Like, he sings a lot and he's not like blunt. He kind of speaks in riddles, and I didn't really love that. But it's so fascinating to read and see, like, I don't know, when he asked about Frodo's ring, like, Frodo gave it to him right away, and, like, he could put it on and he didn't vanish, and, like, nothing really happened when he was touching the ring, and, like, he wasn't tempted by it, and then gave it back to Frodo. But then Frodo stupidly put the ring on because he didn't know whether the ring was still, like, he wanted to make sure it was still the ring. And then he tried sneaking away because he was invisible, but, like, Tom Bombadil could see him. And I was like, where are you going? I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting. Like, who is he? Like, I'm assuming, yeah, like, it's just so interesting. But I'm enjoying it so much more this time, and hopefully today won't be a crazy long day at work. I gotta get ready in a minute here. But hopefully it won't be a crazy long day, and I can come back and read a bit today. I want to read at least a couple of chapters. So that's my goal today, and we'll see how far I get. I would like to get to Rivendell, I think. I don't know. That might be kind of or maybe I'll try to so my book is split up into, like, each book. So each of the 3 books has 2 books within it. So it's, like, kind of 2 parts. So if I could finish book 1, technically, of Fellowship, that would be cool. That's my goal for today. We're going to try it. Well, I'm going to get ready for work, and I will check in with you guys later today when I get to a good place. So, hi guys, happy Thursday. Nope, today's Friday, if that doesn't tell you anything. I read a little bit yesterday. I did not read as much as I wanted to. I was hoping to get to, like, book 2 of the first book yesterday, and that did not happen. I did, however, finally switch over to my Kindle, and I have found it so much easier to read, and it's just easier to hold, easier to read, and I was very happy that I did that. I was gonna try to finish chapter 9 last night in bed. We watched Frasier, and we haven't for a long time, not since we've gotten our puppy. But we watched Frasier last night, and normally my husband falls asleep in, like, 5 seconds. So then I can, like, turn it off, and I was planning on finishing this chapter, but we ended up watching 2 episodes, which is kind of crazy. We haven't, like, actually sat and watched Frasier for a long time, so I didn't read as much as I wanted to. And then today, I haven't read at all. I have been busy because, I mean, just work went a lot longer than I was expecting, and then, I don't know, I was very tired, and then we ended up going to a park and eating, and, like, just, I was watching my husband play Zelda because I wanted him to play Zelda. So I just, like, haven't read today. But this weekend, I don't work this weekend. Nate works this weekend, so there shouldn't be many distractions, and I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done. That is my goal. Yeah, that's my plan. I am at the part, I think they just got into Bree, so they're heading to the Prancing Pony. They're about to just stay at the inn, and I'm really hoping this is when they run into Aragorn, because that's how it happens in the movie. So I'm assuming the book is very similar. I'm just really excited for Aragorn to pop in the picture because he is my Lord of the Rings crush. When I was younger, it was Legolas, but once I started to gain some taste, yeah, Aragorn. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to read a little bit hopefully tonight, and then I'm going to try to finish chapter 9 tonight, and then we'll see how far I get tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning. Eddie and I just went and got some Starbucks together, and now Nate's at work, and we are ready to just spend the day reading. I'm going to have to clean at some point today, but I wanted to kind of just start my day off by reading a bit. I did make it to chapter 11 last night, and so I have chapter 11 and 12, and then I am at the halfway point, so book 2, and so I'm hoping to get a pretty good chunk read today. I have nothing to do all day long, and so I should be able to read quite a bit. I know last night I was saying how I was excited. Hopefully we're going to see Strider. It happened almost just like the movie did, so the movie did great for that. And I liked the book better because it explained how, so in the scene at the Prancing Pony, when they're going to bed, they all didn't go to another room. They all were just stayed in with Strider, and I don't quite remember if the movie actually explained that, but all the ring wraiths or the Black Riders stabbed the beds in the other rooms. And I was always like, did they just choose the wrong room? They thought the hobbits were there. I mean, it kind of alludes, so you can kind of figure it out on your own. But I liked that in the book, they actually are you're not going to stay in the hobbits' rooms. You're going to stay here. So I thought that was kind of cool. I actually liked that. Aragorn seems really goofy the way he's written. Not quite as mysterious. And maybe it's just the wording because, he uses the words that he looks kind of rascally, and I don't know, to me that just sounds really goofy, but I mean that's 2021 versus 1950 something. It's also from an English writer, so it's fine. There's just some different words that I gotta get used to, but I'm gonna get some reading done, and it's gonna be good, and we're gonna get far today. So I'll check in if anything new happens, anything interesting happens, or if I just have thoughts. So, see you guys sometime soon. Hi, guys! So, I have not read much today. I was planning on trying to read quite a bit this weekend. I don't know. Every time I sit down to read lately, I have just gotten so tired and, fall asleep. I was reading downstairs today and couldn't keep my eyes open and took a nap. I just couldn't do it. So I'm on book 2, and I'm at chapter 2 of book 2, which is not Two Towers. It's book 2 of book 1. And so it is the Council of Elrond, and I am loving how much Fellowship ties into The Hobbit. They mention so many things, the scene where they are trying to escape the Black Riders and go to Rivendell, but Frodo's injured. I love, it was before that. They stumble upon the 3 trolls that Bilbo had encountered in The Hobbit. And then when they're at Rivendell, he's talking to Gloin, which is Gimli's father, but Gloin was with Bilbo on his adventures and is talking about Dale and Under the Mountain and mentioning all the hobbits. And I really, really, really love that. I think it's so cool. And I'm sad that I didn't read The Hobbit before reading these, although I have read The Hobbit before. Anyway, we're in the council right now, and they're trying to figure out what to do with the ring. So I will keep reading a bit tonight and see how far I get. But I'm about 65% of the way done, so I should be able to finish it in the next couple of days. But I love the tiebacks to The Hobbit. I think it's really sweet. The thing about Frodo going to Rivendell when he's injured is it's just different than the movie, although I really enjoy the way the movie did it. It's crazy to think he was injured for 17 days. I'm gonna keep reading, and yeah, I'll probably check in tomorrow, depending on how far I get today. Hi. It's been a few days since I have checked in. I haven't read much further. I'm still on part 2. I'm still kind of at the beginning of part 2. I'm only on chapter 3 of part 2. And it was, I think the reason I was just getting kind of tired was because it was a lot of meetings and then the Council of Elrond. And now they are getting ready to set out and take the ring to Mordor. But I wanted to say, like, I was just reading about the Company of Nine, and I have to say I much prefer how the movie did it, because it just was so much more kind of dramatic and theatrical and just kind of like meaningful, because Frodo's like, I will take the ring. And then Gimli's like, you have my axe. And then they're like, and my sword, and my blah, blah, blah. You know, like, I don't know. It just was so much more intense and awesome. Whereas this was like, Elrond was just feeling like, we're going to have one of the elves, one of the men, one of the dwarves, yada, yada. So, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting to compare. And yeah, I think the movie did an awesome job with that. Like, that was a good change. And so I thought that was cool. There's been a lot that I think the movie has done an awesome job with, like, especially the time difference, like, not the time differences, but just how, like, it was 17 years later that Frodo had gotten the ring and then set out, and how long it took him once he was stabbed by one of the ring wraiths to get to Rivendell, and then just, like, how long they were at Rivendell. In the movies, it makes it seem like it was a day each time, and honestly, I'm okay with that. It keeps the movie going forward because there's so much packed into the movies, especially the extended edition. So I think it fits pretty appropriately with the movie. So I am on page 304 on my Kindle, and I'm 68% of the way done. I'm going to finish this book. My sister already finished it. She's now at Two Towers, so I need to catch up to her. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep reading, and then I don't know if maybe something else comes up, like book to movie comparison. I will pop on to say whether, like, my thoughts on it. But it's so darn good. Hello, everyone. It's Friday, and I think I'm going to finally finish Fellowship today, which is exciting. I read quite a bit yesterday, actually, and I'm 86% of the way done, so I'll be able to finish it. We went through some snowy mountains, and then we went into the mines of Moria, and now we are meeting Galadriel. So we're getting there. I'm gonna finish it today. It's only 3:30 in the afternoon, but it's been a full 2 weeks since I started this book. So I'll finish this one, and then I will start Two Towers, and we'll go a lot faster. I think this one was just kind of a slow start for me, but we're gonna get there. So I'm gonna sit out here with my pooch and read. So I will let you know when I finish it. Hi guys! So I've officially finished the Fellowship of the Ring, which is really exciting. It was once, like, we got through the Council of Elrond and we started going through the mountains and then through Moria and stuff like that, it picked up, like, much faster for me. And so I'm glad, like, once I got through that, I was able to kind of push through and just finish the book. Honestly, the book to movie adaptation is probably the best book to movie adaptation out there, because they really only cut out a couple things. And man, Peter Jackson did an awesome job. Like, I'm actually really, really impressed that more things weren't cut out and things weren't really changed that much. I'm actually super, super impressed. One thing that was interesting, and I actually prefer how the movie did it, was that the end of the book, when, like, the orcs come and then not the twins, oh my gosh, Merry and Pippin get taken by the orcs and Sam and Frodo go off, and then they kind of split. So the breaking of the Fellowship, I like how the movie kind of tied it, because it kind of just ends and then it picks up in book 2. I have started the second book. And so, like, Boromir dies in the second book, like at the beginning of the second book and not at the end of the first book. And then, like, Merry and Pippin are carried off and all of that. So I like the direction of just combining it all in one, because it really is just one scene. So just combining it all at the end of Fellowship. Plus, there's one thing that wasn't in the book that's in the movie that I think the movie did so well, and it really elevated the scene, is Boromir's death in general. Like, so Aragorn is off and he hears Boromir's call, his horn, and then he goes to him and he sees that he has arrows in him. And then Boromir basically just dies, and, like, kind of said that he, like, almost, like, tried to take the ring from Frodo. And, like, his redemption arc wasn't that big. But the movie, it gets me every time. I cry every single time, because you see him get shot. I'm pretty sure it's 4 arrows to the chest by that one orc. And then he's laying there and he admits that he tried to take the ring from Frodo, blah, blah, blah. But then his little speech to Aragorn, and he's like, what does he say? Something, my brother, my king. And it just elevates the scene, and it makes me like Boromir's death just all that more dramatic and sad. And so I'm actually disappointed that that's, like, that line isn't in the book, because I, like, personally, that is the best line of Boromir. Like, that, his death is my, it's sad to say, his death is my favorite part of Boromir, because he admits, like, and the ending for Boromir, his little redemption arc, his tiny little redemption arc, I like it. Anyway, the book was great. I gave it 4 stars, although, like, the series itself is probably going to be 5 stars, because I love the story. But the first book I gave 4 stars just because it was slow to start, and then I had to get through the first book. So that's all. Anyway, it was super awesome. I'm sorry this reading vlog is probably super, super long. It took me about 2 weeks to read this book, but we're gonna pick it up with book 2 and 3. I know I will. There's gonna be more action, and they're not wandering through the woods, the old forest, and Tom Bombadil, and just leaving the Shire. So I think it'll go a lot quicker for me through the next 2 books. So I'm super, super excited. So anyway, you guys, I'm excited for the next one. Have you read Lord of the Rings, or do you prefer the movies? I would love to know. If you guys liked this reading vlog, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. And with that, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!